This is the Tesla Model Y. It is not just one of the best-selling electric SUVs, it is one of the best-selling SUVs out there, period. And that's because it's got a lot going for it. So it's got a ton of cargo space, it goes 300 miles on a single charge, and best of all, it gives you access to Tesla's massive supercharger network. Of course, these days, Tesla is not the only EV maker out there. And quite honestly, some of the Model Y's quirks may have you consider some of its rivals. And some of those rivals just plain beat it at its game. The Model Y was one of the very first all-electric SUVs on the market. Today, it's basically become synonymous with an EV. The streamlined interior is dominated by this massive touchscreen that promises a high-tech driving experience. And I have to say, the Model Y delivers. It's also practical with tons of cargo space behind the rear seats, storage under the cargo floor, and even a usable front trunk, also known as a frunk. So the Model Y is not perfect by any means, and one of the reasons why we love EVs so much is because they're quiet, but the Model Y has a surprising amount of wind and road noise. Do you hear that? It's not so quiet. It also has a bumpy feeling ride on a lot of road surfaces, and these seats, they might look the part, but they're only so-so when it comes to long-range comfort. And then there are those signature Tesla quirks. This big screen, well, you better love it because you're going to be using it a lot because Tesla shoves virtually every single control there, including things like adjusting the air vents and opening the glove box. And by the way, you're not going to be able to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It's Tesla's way or the highway. So let's take a look at a couple of alternatives. One from a mainstream brand and one from a traditional luxury brand. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 is Edmunds' top-rated EV in its class, and you can get one for right around the same price as a Model Y, but without some of those signature Tesla quirks. Let me show you what I mean. So you've still got a huge screen. In fact, you've got two of them, and they are fast and they are accurate. And you even have physical buttons for things that you use a lot. Crazy things like climate control and your side view mirrors, and even things, yes, like opening your glove box. Now, you can also use voice commands for a bunch of those functions, just like you can in the Tesla. But you also get more traditional turn signal, headlight, and windshield wiper controls as well. Driving the Ioniq is truly serene compared to the Model Y. So when you need to charge up, you can still use fast charging, just not a Tesla supercharger. So long road trips can be a bit of a hassle. Let's stop here. Most people don't actually drive more than 50 miles in a day, and most EV owners charge every night. So ask yourself, how important is long range and how often are you actually taking those long road trips? The range is decent though, although it doesn't match the Model Y. The Ioniq 5 is actually one of the fastest charging vehicles according to Edmunds testing. And if you want to learn more about that, you can click here. Now, the Model Y and the Ioniq 5 are nice, but what if you're looking for a more luxury experience to live up to all that money you're spending? The Audi e-tron was one of the first electric SUVs from a traditional luxury brand. And while again, the range doesn't measure up to the Model Y, its high quality interior and comfortable ride quality make it a great alternative to the Model Y for about the same price. In my opinion, these seats are so much more comfortable than that in the Model Y, and everything feels really well made. From these easy access controls to the actual material of the seat that I'm sitting in, everything feels really well put together, and honestly, it feels really luxury. The e-tron also offers one of the most comfortable rides you will find in an electric vehicle. Its suspension helps smooth out the ride over bumps and potholes. And you can't say that about the Model Y. And let's face it, there's just something about getting a car from a luxury automaker that's been around for more than 100 years. But it's not perfect. The range is okay, and it can't beat the Model Y when it comes to cargo space. The Tesla Model Y is still the best-selling electric SUV on the market, thanks in part to the fact that it was one of the first. But these days, it has more competition than ever before. And whether you're looking for luxury or for mainstream, you've got options. But the only real downside to either of the options that we looked at is they just don't quite have the range of the Model Y. But really, as we found, that's only important when you're talking about long road trips. What's an electric SUV that you want to hear more about? Let us know in the comments below.